Perfect. 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 2020 has been the weirdest year of our lives. No doubt about it. With everything going on, so many things in question. This is just the year where you have to expect the unexpected at this point, honestly. Nothing is certain. But at the end of the day, as a Philly sports fan, an avid Philly sports fan, the one thing I never would have expected to happen in this year, the one video I never would have had to expect to make in week 12 of the NFL season, is to come on here and question whether we, the Philadelphia Eagles, need to bench Carson Wentz for Jalen Hurts moving forward. I really cannot believe that it's happening. But again, maybe it just fits the narrative of this wild year, this wild season. And somehow in all of this, the Eagles are in first place at 3-6-1. It's crazy. But look, there's a lot that goes into this and a lot to be talked about, more than the average person would think. But in short, do the Philadelphia Eagles need to bench Carson Wentz moving forward? Look, you guys know I'm the biggest Carson guy there is. I will go to the end of my extents, the end of my wits, to back this guy up until there's no feasible way left. But Carson Wentz needs to be benched for Jalen Hurts. He needs to be benched, and, everyone has their own opinion. I can admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. I thought Wentz was going to have a great season. He's playing terrible. 14 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, countless fumbles, turning the ball over almost 2 times a game. He's completing 58% of his passes. He's been terrible. Nothing has resembled the pass of Carson Wentz, and it's crazy. It really is, but I was wrong. And it takes a lot to admit it, but, I got to stand up here and back up what I said. Carson Wentz is having a bad season, but let's get some things straight. The Philadelphia Eagles as an organization are having a bad year. Doug Peterson looks absolutely abysmal. No creativity, nothing, no adjustments. Jim Schwartz is inconsistent with the defensive side of the ball. The offensive line, they've had 9 different combinations. They've been terrible. Miles Sanders doesn't get the ball. Howie Roseman, the guys that he has selected in the draft, not producing. Every single aspect has gone wrong. They've took a wrong turn for this team. There are a lot of organizational issues, and I think they're going to take some time to have to recover. But my God, Carson Wentz has to be benched, and it hurts. It pains me to say it. But look, Carson Wentz, it's time to be held accountable. At this point, going into week 12 in the year, look, it doesn't matter anymore that the Eagles are in first. We joked about it earlier in the season, but there's no jokes anymore. We're in week 12. Nothing has changed. Nothing has improved. Even after the bye week, we're the same old. We're just stale. We're boring. We're blah. Blah. That's how I can describe it. We're at a stalemate. And it's not going to get better with the way that we're going right now. I feel like we've hit that point where there's not much else we can do given the certain circumstances right now. And again, Doug Peterson, his play calling has not helped out Carson Wentz at all, but Carson Wentz, his decision making, his turning over the ball, taking safeties, fumbling, it's bad. It is atrocious, and there's a lot, like I said, to look into this. But look, the first thing I want to get out is Doug Peterson is not going to pull Carson Wentz. He does not want to. He stated it in his press conferences. I don't know why I keep watching those things, by the way, because Doug just pisses me off more every time. Carson's going to be the guy going forward. Alshon's going to stay in. Jason Peters, who gets, absolutely eaten up like a chocolate chip cookie, he's going to stay in. Nate Herbig got benched. Why? Why did Herbig get benched? He was healthy. It makes no sense. Miles Sanders still won't go over 20 carries. We have a lot of issues. And the Eagles don't want to pull $32 million off the field. They don't want to do that. But again, there's a lot of questions that goes on. Why did you spend a second-round draft pick? You guys know my reaction. I still do not like the pick. I don't think it was the right one. You could have got Carson some more help, but no. Now Jalen Hurts is on the sideline, and if he's a second-round talent, why is he on the sideline? He should have been in by this point if you value him as that good. But here's the thing, and here's why I don't think Jalen Hurts is coming in, and here's another reason why I just don't expect much to change. Listen, a lot of people are calling for Carson to get out, calling for his job. That's fine. I understand your frustration. But number one, if Jalen Hurts was that valuable, that talented, he would have been in by now. I don't think they, one, believe in Jalen Hurts to come in and lead this team. Number two, and this is one of the main issues with the Eagles, Doug Peterson cannot call plays. I've been saying it since week 1, week 2. I've been saying, until we make a change, until we get a play caller in here, we are not going to do anything. You can go and bring Jalen Hurts in this offense. It doesn't matter if Doug's not going to call the right plays. If he's going to call 20-yard passes when we're backed up at our own 1-yard line. If we're not going to run the ball more than 15 times with Miles Sanders. It's not going to work. Now, Doug and Frank Reich and John DeFilippo designed a system in 2017 that was catered to Nick Foles. A lot of RPOs, right? Simplified it down for him. And I've been questioning since 2018 why they can't do that for Carson. But at the same time, with Carson, you got to roll him out of the pocket. We're not even doing that. And Doug has sarcastic, smart responses when the media asks him about it. He's clueless. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. And at this point, I mean, we just don't do anything to give Carson that help. And when he does have the ability to make plays, he overthrows a guy short. He has wacky mechanics on a screen. I mean, he can't even throw a 5-yard pass without hitting the ground. And his decision-making, staying in the pocket. Now, you know, if they roll him out, yeah, that'll help. But when you're in the pocket, you got to get rid of the ball. You got to throw it away. You can't take these sacks. You can't take a safety. You can't make these boneheaded decisions, and that's all Wentz has been doing, and that's the biggest worrisome factor for me. I mean, it almost seems like he's lost it. But I don't think Hurts is ready to go, and even if he comes in, it's not going to make as much of a difference as everyone thinks. Hurts is going to be able to probably hit a 10-yard out route. But is Hurts going to be able to hit a guy if they're not open? If the play calling is not right? If we're doing some boneheaded things with Jalen Hurts? The answer is no, which is why I don't think it makes much of a difference. But at the end of the day, Andy Reid once benched Donovan McNabb because he was playing like crap. And what did he do? He took us a week, he sat back, watched the field from afar, and came back in the next week and started to play much better and took us to the 5th NFC Championship game that he led us to. Accountability. Doug is not that type of guy, but it doesn't matter at this point. He refuses to call anyone out unless he's forced to. Guys are playing terrible. It's time, Doug. Make the move, because at this point, if I literally have seen the same playbook, the same 15 plays, the same one-sided play sheet every week, it's not going to work. And next week against the Seattle Seahawks, you have a team who has a stellar quarterback, but their defense stinks. Here's what I say. One of 3 things. Number 1, I think you bring Carson in to start the game, give him the first couple drives, give him the first quarter, maybe the first half. If he's not playing well, you pull him. Bring Jalen in, go up to him and say, this is your opportunity, lead us to a win. It's your time to shine. Number 2, you go up to him this week and say, you know what, at this point, nothing else is going to change. We need a spark in this team, because if we lose these next 4 games, obviously it's over. It might be over right now, but we got to win. Maybe you provide a spark to this team, because Les Bowen asked Doug Peterson, you know, by not bringing Jalen Hurts in, aren't you signaling to the team that, you know, we're kind of giving up? Because Doug said taking Carson out signals that we're giving up. Les Bowen said, well, if you don't bring in Jalen Hurts, aren't you signaling that things are just going to stay the same? And Doug said no. And that's wrong. Give this team a spark, right? That's number 2. Give Jalen the ball. Let him go out here, primetime game, Monday night, and see what he can do. Maybe bring Carson in the next week. I don't know. And number 3, which is really what needs to happen, and I would love to see it happening, but it never will, and that is a new play caller. Get out of the way, swallow your own pride, and get an offensive coordinator. Give up your play calling duties. It's not that hard, but Doug is too stubborn. He will not do so. But at the end of the day, man, it's crazy. And then if you pull Carson, it's like, is he your guy in the future going forward? What do you do with the contract if he's not? Right? There's just so many questions, and it just puts this team in a bad spot, worse than we're already in. We got to get rid of these, veteran expiring contracts. We got to turn this thing around, but it doesn't seem like we're able to do so. And it hurts because you guys know, man, I'm going to keep it real, and I love to win. I don't want to see this. I don't. But there's just no more room to try to look around things. There's no more leeway. Carson Wentz is bad. He needs to be benched for at least a game. Doug Peterson needs to be benched himself. I really wish he could. And this whole Eagles team is just falling. They're burning fast. And nothing is being changed about it. We need a spark. We need something. But it's feeling like this season is going downhill quickly, man. And at the end of the day, like I said, I never would have thought that this would be the video I am making in week 12 of the NFL season. But it's time to hold someone accountable. That type of play is not acceptable. You guys know how I felt about Jalen Hurts, but it's his time to get a shot at it. That's really all I got. You guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect.